Peace, what's good, y'all? I'm currently replacing my sliders on my MPC 2000. I'm sorry, my MPC 4000. I did it on my XL. I did mostly all my buttons, the jog wheel, all that, right? So basically, I already got it all broken down. So I already took one slider out. So I'm just going to show y'all this other one that I'm doing here. So basically what you need you some flux. All right? You get you some flux, man. And you get your Q-tip, and I got this cheap old soldering gun. I'm not using the pump, a desoldering. I'm using the braid, old school shit, right? So you get your desoldering braid, and basically what that is just going to remove the solder when you're taking it off of the part right here. So I'm trying to get you a good angle. I think that's pretty good. I think you guys can see that. So basically what you do is you just get you some flux, right? Put it on the Q-tip. Now, if you ain't never soldered, I would suggest that you practice. Because, soldering it's fairly easy. But if you never done it and it's the first time, you might fuck something up. So all you do, you get you some flux. And you just put the flux on the components, the parts that you want to desolder. And what flux do, it just heats it up. It allows it to heat up faster. Because if you don't use flux, it's going to be hard for the solder to heat up. So you just get you some flux and you just put it on. And you don't need a lot. Get it on there. I'll get a little bit more. And this is how I did it on my XL. I replaced my whole XL. I did maybe 5 tack buttons, the slider, the jog wheel. I got a video on my YouTube channel, which is called Elevation Productions with the Z. And go on my YouTube and watch. I got like an hour long of how I did the whole thing. I showed you the whole process. And you put the flux around the part that you want to desolder. So that's it. And then you're gonna watch me do it. I'm just gonna give you some pointers. I'm gonna give you some pointers on what not to do and what you should do. It's mainly what not to do. One thing you don't want to do is you do not want to hold this soldering gun nowhere part on the green board. You don't want to do that because you can burn it out, and if you burn that out, you're gonna have to. There's a way I can show you how to fix it, but I ain't gonna go into that right now because I know you're not gonna hold it. I'm just telling y'all. So we got enough flux on there. All right. So basically, I'm gonna take my braid. I got enough. I'm gonna cut this because it got enough side on that one. So let me just cut this. I got rid of that. Can't buy. You gotta order. You gotta this braid here. You gotta order this. So I kind of twist it, get it right. Keep it on the thing. And basically, what I'm gonna do is like this shit, man. I'm telling you, it's real easy, but you gotta, before I touch it just with the braid, you can watch this. I hope you can see that. What you're gonna do is you're just gonna touch the pole. You see it smoking a little bit? And see the flux is gonna burn. You see, like right now it's coming off. So I'm just gonna hit both of them, and then I'm gonna hold the braid down. I'm gonna press on the braid, and I'm just gonna slide it across. I'm doing 2 at a time, but let me just start with 1. And you just touch it, put the braid back on it so the solder can get on the braid. That's the only way the solder is going to come off of there. And don't hold it too long. I'm telling you, hold that shit too long, you're going to burn that shit, man. You're going to burn it. gonna burn a hole in your board, and you just touch the component. I'm touching a little bit on the solder, but I'm really touching the component and heating that up. And then I'll just run it across. So you see how the solder is getting on the braid? And that's deciding. Hold on, I gotta make sure I'm on the right one. I'm on the right one. All right, and I'm just gonna hold this here, just not long, just a couple seconds. And then I'm gonna touch it. See that? It's coming right up off of there. And then you'll know when it's done, because you'll see like a little light in between where it slides in at. You'll see that light. Like you'll see light through the other side of the board. And this is they got desoldering pumps. I got one, but I ain't gonna lie, that shit raggedy as shit. All right, so I did that. I got most of that side. So now I'm gonna try to not to block y'all. I'm gonna try to do this side with some type of precision, so you can kind of see what I'm doing. See that? It's coming right off. And that flux is heating that solder up. And whatever you do, don't let this motherfucking solder hit your damn finger, because that shit gonna hurt like hell. So I'm just gonna keep going down. I'm just gonna keep touching it. And I'm gonna get that thing off of it. I'm almost got it. Take your time, whatever you do. Take your time, man. I promise you, this is something that you do not want to rush. I'm going to get a little bit more braid. This is something you do not want to rush. I hope I'm moving on so y'all can see that. Yeah, y'all can see that. So I'm going to do it again. All right, see, it's coming off. See, that side is coming off around that component. If it gets stuck, do not pull up. Just put the gun back, put the soldering gun back down on it, and then it'll heat up and then it'll lift up. If you pull up, you're gonna rip that board. You're gonna rip that green stuff around there. You don't want to do that. You do not want to do that, man. I promise you. All right, so now I see a little hole in there. All right, right here, I got to get here a little bit more because I don't see that little light in between there. Sorry I'm blocking the view, but this is the best angle I can give y'all from where I'm trying to, so I won't fuck up. All right. Okay, now. All right, that one there is good, but I'm going to show you real quick. I'm going to show you this. Let me see if I can slide over these comments. Let me see if I can slide. I don't know how to slide. All right. Look. See right here. Let me see if I do that. Can y'all see that? I'm trying to get the camera right. Matter of fact, I'm gonna turn the camera around. Peace. What's going on, y'all? All right, look. Right here. You see how you see the solder is removed from around that pin right there that goes in there. And just make sure you're doing the right one. So if you look at this one, these ones right here, you see how you don't see that little light, it's like a little that you can see through that they're still soldered in. So you see how you see the light? You see that? See, that's gonna pull right out. That's done all the way around. So now I'm gonna work on this. I'm gonna work on this one and this one. And now you see how they soldered around that? Let me see if I can turn the camera. I gotta turn the camera back around, because that's the best angle that I can give y'all. All right, let me see if I can zoom in a little bit more so y'all can see this. Let me point my finger at where I want to go at without fucking up. Let me get this right. I'm going here and here. So yeah, that's perfect right there. All right, I think y'all can see that. Let me tap on this right here. Get y'all a better view. I think y'all can see that. All right, well, let me come out a little bit because this is a little blurry. All right, let's move this over right here. All right, about right there. You should be able to see that. Let me see if I can tap there and get that little breeze on there. All right. So all I'm going to do, like I said, I'm going to take this braid, and this shit get real hot. So I got the gun, right? So I'm just going to come down here and put my... And I'm just going to touch this before I even do anything. And watch you see it heat up. See that side of heating up? Touch it again. See that shit sizzling? Once you see that shit sizzling up, you got to get on it. You got to get on that thing, man. Get that solder off of this. See that? Look. Now, since it's heated up a little bit, I'm just going to run the braid across it. Making sure y'all can see this. See, I need to touch it a little bit more on I'm touching kind of the component. So you see how the side is bubbling up? It's heating up. It's coming off of there. And that braid is going to allow it to suck that solder off of there. See that? Almost got stuck, right? Do it again. I'm just going to keep doing it. I'm going to keep doing it until I get that solder off of there. See how the solder is getting on the braid right there? Ah, that shit hot. Ooh. Let me see if I'm in the component. Let me see where the hell I'm at. I went away from y'all. All right. Sorry about that, y'all. I'm trying to keep the camera steady and still do this work at the same time. So all I'm going to do is touch it with the braid, slide it across, taking my time. See that solder still on it. See how it's bubbling up? Touch it again. And then I'm going to find that little light in there and then get all that solder off of there. See how it's coming off? It's just coming off. This side almost done right here. Matter of fact, it is done. All right, now I'm going to come to the other side. But I'm going to have to come out some more so y'all can see this. Let me turn the camera around and go that way so y'all can see that a little bit better, because me trying to do it that way ain't cutting it. Let me see if I can adjust this without burning myself. Now I'm still on this one here. Right? That's the one I want to do right there. All right, so let me push this camera down some. All right. Let me zoom in a little bit more. We're still working on this one right here. Then we're going to work on this one. So here we go. Now watch what I do. Watch this. Now I'm going to come on this side without blocking, try not to block the camera. And you see all that solder right there? I'm going to heat it up just a little bit. I'm just going to tap it. And this shit's going to, see that? Now, see how that hole there? Now, now the solder ran to this side, though. It ran to this side. So all we're going to do, we're going to take the braid. See how the braid stuck? Don't pull this motherfucker. Just put the gun back on it. Put the gun, then it'll pull back up. If you pull that shit up, you're going to rip that green stuff on the board, and you're going to fuck your shit up. All right, so let's get the rest of this solder off of here. See if I can do this like this. There you go. And I'm just gonna run it across without burning myself. Oh, that should be it right there. That should be. I think I got a little more left to do. All right, that's cool. Well, I think it's cool, but I'm gonna do a little bit more. I'm gonna get a little bit more of that side off of there, just a little bit. So so I can make sure when I pull this off, I'm good. All right, that's good there. Now, I can see down, I can see down in that hole. I can see down in there. So that side is removed. So let me slide this up, and we're going to hit this one now. We're going to hit this right here. I got the flux on there, right? I'm going to get this braid laid out. Let me see if I hold this down. Y'all still can see that. All right, so I'm just going to hit it. See, it's stuck. Gonna pull that shit up there. You see that little hole right there? Getting it off. Then I'm gonna come to this side. Shit hot. All right, there. That's perfect. Now that one there is good. Now I'm gonna show you real quick what I just did. See all this? See all the solder on the braid? That's the side that was removed. Cancel. Oh, my bad, y'all. All right, you see that? You see? It's done. That one there is done. That one right there. And I did them two right there. Now I got to do these four right here. I'm going to do them real quick. I wish it was the way this camera can get all the way down on there. But you can see that hole, right? You see how you can see through there? The solder is removed from there. I don't want to touch it. Look, right in that area there. Done. Same way with the, well, right here. Right? See this? How you can see through there? Solder was all around in that hole. Same way around here. All right, so now I'm going to hit these. I'm going to hit these four. They only got a little bit of solder, so they ain't going to take that long. All right, let me set the camera back up. Let me get y'all, try to get y'all a good view. Where's my finger at? Right here. Back that thing up right there. And I'm going to go to work on this joint. Zoom in a little bit more. All right, that should be good for y'all right there. All right. So, I'm going to take my braid again. Take my take my desoldering braid. Kind of wrap it up a little bit more. And I'm going to stretch it out. I got plenty of stuff. I got plenty of room on there. So now, I'm going to come right here. And I'm just going to lightly touch this. I'm going to touch it without the braid first. Just light. I'm going to touch the component. And then it heats up that solder. See that? Oh, that motherfucker there is perfect right there. See how that flux is heating up? There you go. Okay, we almost there. Let me make sure y'all can see. Yeah, y'all still in the making. Now I'm gonna touch it again. I'm just touching the component. Slightly a little bit of solder, heating up the component. Now that solder is gonna come right off on this braid here. I hear a fucking fly, y'all. Gotta touch it a little bit more. You don't want to hold it too long now. Remember what I told you? You hold that thing too long, gonna burn through your board. All right, so we got that side there. Now we're gonna go to this other side. So I might block y'all a little bit because I gotta get precision on this. Take the braid, touch it on the braid, and run it across. And get that side off on there. See that? Look. This shit coming off on the braid. Without burning my finger, though. See, I scraped that board a little bit. You don't want to do that. Lucky it ain't burned through. You hear that now? See, look, they just, ooh, fuck, motherfucker, bitch asshole. My bad, y'all. All right, so them holes are now went through. I see the hole. I see the hole. I see it through there. Once I see it through there, I know I'm good on that. All right. Touch the component. See, now that one good. I hope I ain't blocking the camera, which I believe I am. I need this tip on there. See that? Boom. Boom. Slide right off on there. Right off on that braid. Alright. Alright, we got one more here that needs to be just to come off a little bit more. Now that should be good right there. Should be. I think I got a little bit more on there to do. Let's hit it from the side over here. All right, let's see what we working with. Y'all see them holes going through there? But this one right here is still, I could tell when I go to pull this if I go pull the slider off, it ain't gonna pull off because it's still stuck with that. There it go. I'm just gonna touch it right here, kind of move that side around. Do the same. Oh, that side there good. That's good. This one here look like it still needs to come off just a little bit more. So I'm just gonna take this braid, take a fresh part of the braid, touch it down on here. So there it go. Boom. Now that bitch should pop right on out. It should. All right. Now you see that? Where we at? See them little holes I got the solder off? Boom, right? See that? See that? Now let's come out. I never know how to zoom out on these bitches, man. I can zoom in, but I can't zoom out. Hi. All right, well. Now, be careful not to touch the what you call them. Now I'm just going to pull this out. I'm going to see if it come right on out. You hear it? Sometimes you got to pull it a little bit, right? They popping right on out. That part popped out. Now right here, I don't want to pull too. See, they coming. But that last one over here, this one here is cool. That's coming out. But this last one is stuck. So I ain't going to force it. So I'm going to hit it with the gun again. I'm going to try to just hit it without the braid, right? I'm going to hit it with the gun. All right, that should do it right there. That should come right out. Boom. You see that? Bitch right on out there. 2 sliders done. I got the 2 sliders out. These are the ones I replaced because they was broke. When I bought the unit off the person, they broke them. That's why I got it for cheap. People sell shit for cheap because they broken. They think this is a quick fix. What I pay like $5 for these. So now I'm just gonna pop in the new ones. But before I do that, what you gotta do is you gotta clean off that flux. You clean this flux off. So I'm just gonna take me a Q-tip and I'm gonna clean around where I put that flux at. Because see, now I don't want the solder to burn off now. I don't want it to burn off. I got to put it on. So you clean that flux off You know, hit it with a couple times with a Q-tip. All right. Get you a couple Q-tips. And I'm cleaning. And then I'm going to solder them on there. I normally go over it twice, just to make sure I get most of the flux off. All right. I'm gonna do the same thing over here on this one. Being careful not to leave no cotton behind. All right. Clean that up, getting that flux off of there. Remember, flux heats shit up. When you're putting that solder on, you don't want it to heat up because you want the solder to stick. So you clean that up again. I'm gonna hit it one more time. And that's it. Now, if you want to really clean it off and you want to use the alcohol, you get you some alcohol. Which right there, I didn't have much flux on there, so I don't really need no alcohol. And that's good. Pop your pop your new tacks in. I got my sliders. I got my sliders. I got my sliders from MPC stuff. So I'm gonna go ahead and install this one without burning myself on my soldering iron. So I'm gonna turn this over, turn this up, and kind of remember where I was at. All right, so you see there's 4 holes. So it's the last, well, I'm gonna go on the last hole, and that should line up on the other hole. All right. Without breaking nothing, slide right on in there. Look, pop right in. Make sure that's flush. That's flush, and I'm gonna do the same thing over here on this one. See, I'm gonna stick it right in there like that. Bam. Now this one here came back. Oh, that's in there. Now they in there, right? So now all I'm gonna do is drop a little bit of solder down on there, and I'm gonna hit it. But before I do that, I'm gonna start with these first, cause these little ones, if you solder these little ones, and you get solder on this other component, right? Your slider might not work properly. So you want to be very cautious when you're doing these little ones. These big ones, I'm going to go ahead and lock it in there and get that solder up on there. And then I'm going to work with these. There's different gauges of solder. So I got the thick one. So I got to be tap real lightly when I'm dealing with this one to get them on there. And then these ones here, I'm just going to hit it, and it should drop right down on there. You kind of want to leave like a pyramid shape. Now, I'm not the best at this. I'm not claiming to be the best, but I'm going to try to do this with the camera right here. But no, I think I need to switch the camera. I got to switch that angle. And I'm just going to do maybe 2 of these so y'all can see. Lock them big ones in first, and then I'm going to jump on them little ones. So we got them flushed on there. And now it's time to solder. So I'm going right here and right here. And what you do is, don't worry about when you touch this. I touch the component first, get that heated up, right? And then I hit this. Coming with a pyramid shape. I'm trying to get a pyramid shape. Right? You don't want to hit it too hard. You want to that one. That side there is good. Just kind of want to drop it, heat it up a little bit, and be very cautious and take your time, man. You kind of want to pull up. So you see on that side right there, I need some. So I'm gonna touch the component, drop some solder down on there, boom. Now you see how the solder jumped over here? That's cool. You're just gonna hit the gun on it and move it around. We want that pyramid shape. And this shit heats up quick. I promise you that. Alright, so that's good. So now I'm gonna drop a little bit more solder here. Alright, just a little bit. I'm gonna touch this component. Now there's other ways people say to do it, but like I said, I ain't no see how it's not heating up? You see how that's not heating up because it ain't no flux on it. I don't want no flux. I'm gonna heat it. I'm just gonna tap it again. I'm gonna tap that solder. Boom. There you go. That's perfect. That's perfect right there. Now you get a little scared. Don't worry. Ain't nothing wrong being scared. So you see how I got it? Let me show y'all that. See? Get that little pyramid shape. You gotta pull up. When you drop in the solder, you pull up a little bit. You don't want to go down. You want to pull up because it gives you this little pyramid, that little pyramid shape. You see that? So that's good. I'm still on the lines. And then I'm going to hit the next one. I'm going to keep working my way around. I'm going to do one more. And that's going to conclude this. And then I can't do this on the camera because I got to take my time on these ones, man. So remember what I said. I'm showing you. Like, I could do it on camera, but my first thought telling me don't try to do that shit on camera. I ain't trying to show off, man. All right, so that's done. Now we're going to hit this one. Let's see if I can bring that in a little closer for y'all. Trying to give y'all the best angle as possible, right? So we're going to hit that. Remember, make sure you wipe that flux off. So we're going here now, right? All right. I told you. I touch the component first. I get that heated up. Hold that on there, right? But before I do that, let me make sure I'm flushed on this side. So I'm flush. I'm good. I just had to make sure I was flushed on that side over there. All right. See if we can get y'all zoom in a little bit better. All right, right there, right? That's where I'm going at. I touched the component. Did that move? All right, I touched the component on this side. Heat that up. And then I drop some solder down. I let the solder hit on that when I'm touching it. Boom. Without it rolling down on me. You don't want too much. Now you see that little ball shape? You don't want it to be a ball shape. So I'm going to come here and I'm going to touch this solder. And I'm going to try to bring it up to get that pyramid shape that I was telling you. There you go. See that? And that side is good. So we're going to see if we can shift it around a little bit more and get that pyramid shape by just going up on the pen, like on the pen, up on it, right? So I need a little bit more solder, just a little bit. So I'm going to touch this component. And you should have on a mask because you ain't supposed to be breathing this shit in, man. This shit is toxic. All right, so my mind is telling me I'm going to work this solder around. I'm going to work it around this component. There you go. There you go. And then I'm going to do the same thing on this side. By pulling up. pull up, get that pyramid shape, pull up, and bingo. I ain't doing no more of that shit. That's it. Once I see that little pyramid, let me show y'all right quick. See that little pyramid? It's like a little pyramid. You don't want a round bubble ball. You better you should fix that. All right? And then that will be it. And then I'm going to go ahead and hit these other ones. That makes sense? Remember I told you. These ones right here, you see how that's very, very, you got to be very precise. And I'm not going to be fitting around with this camera trying to do this shit because I do not want to come outside of this and run and spill over solder into that because your slider might not work correctly. So these are very small, so I got to come off a camera. And I'll show you what my finished process when I'm done. All right? And then I'm going to hit these real quick. And then I'm going to hit them two up here. And I'm good. Happy New Year's, everybody, man. I hope that you were able to see it. I got to play it back to see it. So that's it. All right? And just remember, when I do these here, I'm going to touch the component with the soldering gun, the tip. I'm just going to touch that, and I'm going to take the solder and touch it on that component, and some going to drip down on there. Boom. And I'm going to pull up on the thing. But I only going to need a little bit. Can't have a lot because I don't want it to spill over on that. See that line of green? You don't want it to spill over and touch this one. And if it does do that, get your desoldering braid and go back in there and run it and take that solder off of this so they won't touch. Because these got to be separate. You don't want them to touch. Okay? Peace. My name is Granddaddy Frost. You can go check my video out on my YouTube channel, Elevation Productions with the Z. I already did a 2000 XL maybe about 4 or 5 months ago. It shows the full process. I explain it step by step. And then I got to come over here and change my tack switch. There's a tack switch for my left arrow button. My left arrow button don't work. It's either the left or the right. And that's it. Peace.